Good morning, Earth scientists. It is Monday, it is April 24th, and we are going to be talking about Kepler today. So we're running a little bit behind. Lucky Bucket running a little bit behind. We'll catch up one. It sounds like Mrs. Anderson. I'm alone. No, Miss Anderson. Sounds like everything got wrapped up with one. We'll start two, or I mean, kind of started two. We'll continue on with two, get two wrapped up, and then we'll tackle three. Excuse me, lab quiz on Wednesday. The lab quiz is open lab, so you can use your Kepler labs to do the Kepler quiz. So even though it's an MCA schedule, I mean, it's all open lab. So just need to make sure to have your Kepler stuff done. Then we'll spend the second part of the week introing the sun. So we'll take a look at the sun and start putting together a little sun activity. And then we have a lesson review that is due on Friday, page 85. So 2.3, the sun, is going to be due on Friday. So we'll talk a little bit about the sun and how the sun plays a role in our solar system. I mean, really plays a role in our lives. We kind of need the sun. We need the light from the sun, the energy from the sun, and the heat from the sun to make sure that Earth stays habitable. So page 85 is due on Friday. We passed out a study guide on Friday, so just making sure everyone's got their study guide. Tentatively, we're looking at May 9th. That could change. It's testing season. Things can get bumped. I wouldn't imagine it getting any sooner. So I would think the earliest would be May 9th, could potentially be May 10th. We'll see how it all kind of plays out. And there's things that you can already do on the study guide. We've talked about heliocentric, geocentric, gravity. Kepler's laws are on there. So there's parts of the study guide that you can already tackle pretty good. So Kepler's second law of planetary motion. Even if you don't have a printer, I do have it attached below. If you don't have a printer, you can do a lot of this stuff just on the screen. This is a pretty easy lab to tackle. Read through the background information, answer the pre-lab question. Again, our hypothesis. We have a question. Our hypothesis is the answer to that question. And then really, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of work. What you're going to do is you're going to count squares and then try to figure out area of those triangles. Here are the squares that you're going to be counting. And you can count them right on the screen. So again, I will go, these are the three squares that you are looking to count. And you can count these squares literally on the screen. Now, where it becomes kind of an issue is you have parts of squares. So I'll go back here. So like here is a quarter of a square, an eighth of a square, a 16th of a square. So you got to kind of say, all right, so let's say that one, that one, and that one, and that one. These four would equal one square. So you got to kind of, there's some estimating that's involved. I mean, obviously the whole squares are easy to count. So count all the whole squares and then start piecing together other ones to, make a whole square. So there's some guesstimating that's involved in the counting process. So you may not get an exact number, but all that we ask is that you get as close as you can with those four squares. And then you'll put in the area. So how many squares make up each one? And then there's some wrap-up questions that follow it. So you can work on counting, and like I said, you can do it right on the screen. Answer the follow-up questions. You'll be right on track to where we need to be. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing Monday, and I will see you when you get back. Take care.